Okay, this is part 2 of my labor and delivery. So they took her out and got the umbilical cord unraveled, and she came out kicking and screaming. The most beautiful thing I'd ever heard. So when that was done, they cleaned her off and they laid her on my chest, and it was so beautiful. I just, was looking at her, and as soon as she came out, I was just like, hey, baby girl, hey, Kennedy, happy birthday, and all this good stuff. Mommy's here, I'm your mommy, yada, yada, yada. It was so sweet. And, finally just to see her and see what she actually looks like, and, just the whole wave of emotions just came across me. I didn't cry. I did not cry. I am a huge water bag, but I did not cry at this point. I don't know why, but I think it was the excitement. But she was absolutely beautiful. Head full of hair, strong. Like I said, she was kicking. She's just perfect. She is a perfect little girl. And, I counted her fingers, counted her toes, just looked at that sweet face. And, she is just amazing to me, just amazing. And those, out there that have kids, especially that had, your first child, I mean, you can feel me, right? I mean, this is just amazing. The whole process from the beginning, I know I've talked about this before, but it's just amazing how a woman can carry a child, and for this child to, be on the earth. I mean, come out, and it's just like, I did this. I birthed you. You grew inside of me. It's just amazing. Okay, so let's get back to the story. So anyway, when she came out. One thing I want to say, with the epidural, you are numbed from your waist down, but you can actually still feel your stomach. And so when she came out, it was like a huge relief. Like I could feel her come out. So it was like a huge relief. And it was kind of weird because my stomach automatically went flat. I could feel that, laying on my back. So it was kind of weird. But anyway, they laid her here and did the skin to skin for, I don't know, probably about an hour. And there was a lactation nurse in there, and she helped me feed her, guide her to my breast. So, breastfed there right soon after delivery. So it was wonderful. So baby girl came out. She weighed 7 pounds and 14 ounces. And she was 20 inches long, so she was a very good size. I thought I was going to have an 8-pound baby, but no, she was just shy of 8 pounds, just shy. She's a perfect size. So anyway, that was that. Then they moved us to a room. I'm really hoping I'm not missing anything. That was 11 days ago, so I'm really trying to backtrack here. So we went to the room where I, was going to be staying. At my hospital requires 48 hours to stay in the hospital. So went in. Let's see. She came Tuesday morning at 1:56 a.m. So after she came, I went to the room. And she was, right there beside me, and I just kept looking at her, looking at her, looking at her. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So, I mean, that was that. The hospital stay, my bag was ready. My bag was very useful, the hospital bag that I packed. But really and truly, they had everything in the hospital that I needed. Everything that I needed. So even down to the toothpaste and toothbrush, so my hospital was really good. The nurses there were absolutely wonderful. So I mean, we had a great stay. So that was Tuesday, and we actually left on Thursday. Wednesday night, I got a huge scare. I was sleeping, and my baby was sleeping, and it was sometime early in the morning, sometime after midnight. probably like 3 or 4 or something like that in the morning. So like I said, I was sleeping and she was, you know, right next to me, sleeping in the I don't know what you call those things that they put them in, the cart or whatever, I don't know, but she started choking, and I don't know what it was. I'm a light sleeper anyway, especially when it comes to her, but I heard her choking, and like I said, I was asleep, but I heard her choking. So she was choking and I looked over and she was choking, and so I jumped up and you know, taken that child CPR class. Infant child CPR is a very important class to take, but I still panicked. So anyway, I jumped up and I, you know, put her over to her side, and, you know, I called the nurse. I called the nurse and I said, I think my baby's choking. So the 2 nurses rushed in. They rushed into the room, and they immediately started the, you know, the CPR, and I was just standing there like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So they turned her over and, you know, patted her back, or not patted, but, you know, hit her back or whatever, and then they turned her back over and used the aspirator to suck out the mucus, because she was choking on, they said that she was choking on amniotic fluid that was still inside her. So they turned her over and sucked out the amniotic fluid with the aspirator, turned her back over, and hit her in the back. Again, they did that about 3 times to, you know, get that stuff out and, you know, bring her back to her normalcy. So all I have to say is thank God that we were in the hospital, because like I said, I did panic. You know, I knew I had taken that class, but, you know, when you're in that situation, you just never know what you're going to do. But anyway, I thank God for being in the hospital, and thank God for the nurses, and thank God for me being quick on my feet. Thank God for me actually hearing my baby choking. You know, this wasn't a cry. This was like a very low choking sound. So needless to say, now at home, I do not get any sleep. Like, really. Because I'm like constantly listening and just making sure she's breathing, making sure she's okay, you know, like any mother would. So that's that. So yeah, I stayed Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we got to go home Thursday. So that was a big day. Went home Thursday, and my mom actually flew in. She's here for a month. Yeah, I'm so excited. So she's here helping me. My oldest sister, she flew in last Thursday, so she's here for a week. My other sister, she will be here in 2 weeks, and my brother, he'll be here in April. So, and I do have another good friend that's coming in April as well. So, you know, I have a lot of support, and, you know, I couldn't ask for a better support system. I could not. So anyway, I'm elated. I really hope, I know I'm missing something in this labor and delivery story, and guys, I'm really sorry. I know you want to see the baby, so I'm going to cut to a part 3 and bring her in so that I can show her to you guys, and you can see Miss Kennedy. Her name is Kennedy Faye. Excuse me. So I will show her to you in part 3, and let me just think for a minute and make sure I'm not missing anything. Since this is my post video, 11 days post pregnancy. So let me sit here and think. What are the things that have been, I guess, challenging more so? Oh, one thing I want to go back to in the hospital, just some advice in the hospital. You may want to, in your hospital bag, you may want to bring like some day clothes. This is something that I did not do. Just for any visitors that will be coming. Like, our visiting hours were from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. But during that time, I was still in my gown, like, or my PJs. But it would have been nice if I actually brought like an extra outfit, not my going home outfit, but like, you know, just a nice lounging outfit, you know, for my visitors when they came by, so I wouldn't look a hot mess. But that wasn't the case because I was still in my gown. But anyway, just, you know, some advice. you know, take you know, some jogging pants or something to wear during that visitation time, because you never know who's just gonna pop in and drop by and see you. So that is that. Let me see what else. Bringing baby home was a special moment. Like I said, I have a pack and play right here next to my bed, so she I'm able to see her, view her, get to her really quickly, and I'm going to transition her to a crib in hopefully a couple of weeks. So yeah, I am breastfeeding. Breastfeeding has been a challenge, but I am doing it. She is latching on really well to this left breast, because there's like a plethora of milk in there. My right breast, not so much. There's not so much milk in there. And I'm not sure why, but hopefully more milk will come in. But my milk has definitely come in. My milk actually came in my second day that I was at the hospital. It came in, and I looked down, and I just had like wet spots, like from here, and like dribbled down. And I was like, oh, well, I guess my milk came in, because I could not stop. I could not stop, like dribbling out milk, like coming. It was just coming, and I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Okay, so anyway, that's a good thing my milk came in before the hospital. So let's see, like I said, it's been a challenge having to wake up every 2-3 hours to feed her. And you know, sometimes the hardest thing is with feeding an infant is that they fall asleep on the breast, and it's hard to wake them up. It's really hard. So, you know, I'm trying to be patient, and you know, we're trying to learn each other and stuff like that. But all in all, it's going really well. So I breastfeed, and what she doesn't finish in my breast, I do pump. So I pump it, and I give her a bottle. There's not been any nipple confusion. I've actually given her a pacifier just to pacify her, you know, not 24/7, but just to pacify her sometimes when she's fussy. And there has not been any nipple confusion between the pacifier, the bottle, and my breast. She still latches on just fine, which is a great thing. So just in case anybody out there is you know, concerned about nipple confusion, my baby doesn't have that issue. So, and another thing, one of the things that the nurses told me at the hospital was, you know, in order for her not to have confusion, make sure that she feeds from your breast first, and then if you want to use a bottle, you know, use the bottle second. So that has helped. I think that's it. I know you guys want to see little Miss Kennedy, so I'm going to go grab her, and I know she's sleeping. She's in with my mom and my sister right now. But I'll make a part 3 and go grab her and show her to you guys. Oh, and let me show you also my body. Been showing you guys for the past, what, 7 months? So I will show you now. 11 days after having my baby. I still have a long way to go, but you know, here I am. So okay, this is me from the front. You can see this is me from the side. I no longer have a big belly. Isn't it weird and awesome at the same time? This is me from the other side. I have a little pudge though. 11 days. And this is my belly. Still have the line here. And it's me from the side. No more big belly. And this is me from the other side. And I would measure myself, but I don't have my measuring tape with me right now, so I'll do that in another video. But it's just amazing how much my stomach has gone down so far, and it continues to go down every day. So I will be keeping you guys informed with that, you know, up to date with that. As you know from a previous video that I mentioned, I was a fitness model before getting pregnant, and so I do plan to go back to that. Hey Mom. So oh, that was my mom that just walked in. So I was saying hi to her. Hi. Hi, Pamela. So anyway, I'm going to do a part 3 and bring Kennedy in here so that you guys can see her. So I will see you in just a minute. Bye bye.